A lecturer, College of Nursing, Chungnam National University, Daejeon, South Korea. In this study, effect of parenting, self-efficacy, parents' alliance inventory, and social support on children, infant mothers' parenting stress. Introduction. South Korea is not only one of the countries with the lowest birth rate among OECD member countries, but various social problems are also occurring. A cognitive vector for the difficult ones that arise in the process of raising children by parents. In this study, parenting stress was designed as parenting distress, parenting children dysfunctional interactions, and difficult children. In addition, the ecology theory of Metheny and Loyli was applied to parenting stress. Parent efficacy is a microsystem of a mother's parenting stress. When the mother parent efficacy is high, it is easier to adapt to the role of the caregiver. If the mother's more actively involved in parenting, the provide appropriate and consistent parenting for their child and overcomes difficult parenting situations. Introduction. Oh, sorry. The mesosystem list of parenting alliance lists make it easier for mothers to recognize their role as a caregiver and lead to less sensitive behavior to child in the parenting process. Finally, social support has the meaning of extensive social network, the ecosystem, and positive social support is recognized as a variable being as mother. When social support is lacking, the mother feels physical and mental instability, and the mother suffers for depression. In this study, parenting stress is classified into parental stress, parenting children dysfunction interaction, and difficult to child based on the ecology method view of parenting stress. The factors of parenting stress are divided into parenting self-efficacy as a microsystem, parenting alliance inventory of the husband as a mesosystem, and social support for ecosystem to understand the effects of parenting stress. In addition, its influencing factor was identified. Contents research subject C University IRB initiated data collection distributed to 4 regions nationwide using URL service, and the final analysis was 279 cases. Data collection period from August 2 to August 31, 2018. Tool missing of tool. First, general characteristics. Total of 9 questions include age, education level, marriage period, number of children, environmental satisfaction, support, caregiver, retention, financial facility, job and income satisfaction. To parenting self-efficacy, Munier and Loskamp's EGSCP was adopted by Song Bak 2011, consistent of 22 questions in 5 areas: affections, daily system organization, discipline, game, and education. Chrombar was 0.82, 0.84, 0.82, 0.86, 0.88, respectively, and overall 0.94. 3. Parent Alliance Inventory. Parent Alliance Inventory, developed by Abdul 1988, was published by Choi et 2018. Crombar was overall 0.96. Parenting stress based on the Parenting Stress Index (PSI) developed by Abdul 1995, a modified tool of John et 2020 was used. Parenting stress is parental distress, parent-children dysfunction interaction, difficult child. 3 areas, 36 questions. Crombar was 0.89, 0.87, 0.75 respectively, and overall 0.90. Analysis method. Satisfaction analysis was performed using SPSS version 21. Difference in variables according to subject characteristics are analyzed by t-test and ANOVA, and relationships between variables and analyzed by Pearson's correlation coefficient. Factors influencing parenting stress were analyzed through hierarchical regression analysis. Table 1. General characteristics. The age of the subject was in their 30s, and education had the most graduate school. The marriage period was at the similar level for each domain, and one child was the most. Most of them were satisfied with environmental satisfaction, and many mothers were supportive caregivers. There were many mothers who were preservation facilities. Many were work full-time, and they respond with satisfaction with their income. Table 2. Difference in parenting stress according to general characteristics. Parent distress was higher in their 20s and their 30s, and the mother's parenting stress was higher in the absence of conservation facilities. Other than that, there was no difference. Table 3. Correlation and descriptive satisfaction of variables. The Pearce correlation coefficient of each variable was significant, but there was no variable showing high correlation. Table 4. Factors influencing parenting stress. Parenting suffering had considerable affection, discrimination, and education efficacy. Among parenting self-efficacy, among the parenting alliance inventory and general characteristics, there was a significant difference in age. Parent Alliance inventory showed significant differences in affection, daily system organization, and discriminatory efficacy among parenting self-efficacy. In the case of difficult children, there were significant differences in physical support, among social support, parenting self-efficacy, indiscriminate efficacy, education efficacy, parenting alliance inventory, and use of retention facility among general characteristics. Conclusion: the biggest factor influencing parenting stresses distress was the husband alliance inventory. The finding of an 2011 were supported if the husband does not participate in parenting. The physical and mental burden increased because the mental is responsible for parenting for a long time, and parenting stress increased due to negative emotions about parenting. Therefore, it is necessary to support mothers so that they can actively participate in parenting in all parenting processes and maintain a balance between social activities and family. The most influential factor in the parent-child dysfunction interaction was the disciplinary efficacy. The result of Kim 2016 where supported difficulty in interaction between mother and child lead to increased conflict between parents and children. This can lead to parenting stress. Therefore, it is necessary to provide mothers with education on the collection discriminant. A significant influence factor of difficult child were discipline and physical support. Lee 2014 supported the research result. If the sense of discipline is high, the mother experiences limitations of parenting and the parenting stress increased. Therefore, the child temperament must be identified in order to set a parenting goal suitable of the child. Since demanding children increase the parenting stress, thought behaviors such as anger, aggression, and emotion ups and downs. Direct support such as physical support is required. Financial support for the use of various items and facilities. Therefore, there is need for emotional support from support group and mothers for information sharing. The purpose of this study is to create a parenting environment for mothers by applying the microsystem, mesosystem, and exosystem of ecology theory to parenting stress. In the microsystem, mesosystem, and parenting self-efficacy program that consider parenting as a common role of parenting is provided. And in the mesosystem, providing social support such as nursing facilities and physical support can reduce mother parenting needs. In this study, the limitation of non-reflecting single parents and other new family types is limited, so further studies are needed. The summary of this study is as follows. South Korea is one of the OECD member countries with a low birth rate, and social problems are emerging In particular, women have difficulty in social activities and family life at the same time in the process of raising children. In order to maintain a balance between family and social activities, it is necessary to specifically identify the mother's parenting stress. Of the ecology theory, parenting stress was divided into microsystem, mesosystem, and exosystem using the theory of Martini and Lowry applied it to parenting stress vectors. If the microsystem has a high parenting self-efficacy, the mother becomes more active in parenting activities as a caregiver. Parenting alliance inventory, which is a mesosystem, is a mother who will soon be able to afford listen, and less sensitive behavior in the parenting process. The social support included in the exosystem is an important part of raising children because they feel uh, mm, they feel so secure so through the recognition of the existence as a mother. Therefore, this study aims to understand the effect of parenting self-efficacy, parenting alliance inventory, and social support on mother parenting stress. The research subjects were conducted after IRB approval and distributed to 4 regions nationwide for 1 month in August 2008, and a total of 279 cases were collected. The general feature was a total of 9 questions for parenting self-efficacy. A translate of EGSCP into Korean was used, and a total of 5 sub-regression Crumbar alpha was 0.94. The parenting alliance inventory was PAI modified by Choi and Crumbar was 0.96. Parenting stress was modified by Jung as PSI, and a total of 3 sub-regression. It was Crumbar 0.90. Analysis was performed using SPSS 21 using descriptive satisfaction, t-test, ANOVA, Pierce correlation coefficient, and hierarchical regression analysis. The age of a subjective was in their 13th, and education had the most graduated school. A married period was at a similar level for each domain, and one child was the most. Most of them were satisfaction with environment satisfaction, and many mothers were supportive caregivers. There were many mothers who were preservation facilities. Many were working full-time, and they responded with satisfaction with their income. Parenting distress was higher in their 20s than in their 13s, and the mother's parenting stress was higher in the absence of conservation facilities. Other than that, there was no difference. The parenting correlation coefficient of each variable was significant, but there was no variable showing higher correlation. Parenting surfing had considerable affection, discrimination, and education efficacy among parent self-efficacy among the parenting alliance inventory and general characteristic. There was a significant difference in age. parenting alliance inventory showed significant difference in affection, daily system organization, and discriminating efficacy among parenting self-efficacy. In the case of different children, there were significant differences in physical support among social support, parenting self-efficacy, indiscriminate efficacy, education efficacy, parenting alliance inventory, and using of retention facility among general characteristics. Parental concern are the biggest factor in the parenting alliance list, and with the help of husband, mother, can reduce parenting stress by reducing in the physical and mental bond. In parent self-efficacy, discriminate efficacy was the highest. Conflict can increase due to negative emotion if the mother and child are currently in the process of not communicating. In the case of difficult children, discriminate efficacy and physical support were the most fluent factors. This study identified the parenting stress by using ecology theory, relational support such as nursing, self-efficacy programs, and provision of nursing facilities is needed. The limitation of this study is that it does not reflect single parents and other new form of assumptions, so further research is needed. Thank you.